Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today we're back with another episode of Road to Ranked, where I climb the online VGC 19 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're actually going to find Hibiki for our next opponent of the day. Running a really interesting team, Ho-Oh and Groudon. So Hibiki has been playing VGC for years. If you guys watch like older videos, I actually used some of his teams back in, I think, 2016. Really nice guy, cool player. We'll link his Twitter in the description below. I wonder if he's streaming or something. He's got a Blissey, though, which is really interesting. Yeah. Some scary stuff overall. Coco is scary as well, especially because how it can give. I mean, this entire team doesn't have any electric resists, so that's the main concern. I think I'm definitely leading Ensign here. I think Yveltal is such an obvious lead that I could see Coco coming out immediately. I kind of want to go Instant Lele, Kyogre, Yveltal. The only downside with Instant Lele is that I can't necessarily fake out. That might be a problem. Yeah, I could just go Instant Yveltal. Yeah, that's probably the best option, actually. And then I can just switch out. The main thing is, like, Water Spout looks really good against my opponent's team, right? He's got 3 weak to Water Spout. Cortana is 2 shot by it. Coco takes a lot, but the downside is it's not easy to get Water Spouts off, and when they have a Groudon, right? So if he leads with Groudon, then Water Spout instantly's damage output is reduced, and the option of it switching in is also a problem. But yeah, that last one, I just really didn't respect the Trick Room on the Crossbow enough, and that was just a mistake on my end. But this time we're going to go with the same lead. Hopefully we can play a little bit better this time around. And he's going to go with Blissey and Coco. Okay. Part of the reason why I wanted to lead Lele, because I was like, surely Coco's coming out right now. I don't mind that too much, though, honestly. As it's Electric Seed. Let's see, that's cool. There's not much stopping me from fake outing Coco and like knockoffing Blissey, but knockoff actually won't do too much to Blissey. I'll still be okay though. Blissey might actually really be a problem. I don't really know its set. I'm worried especially about like a minimize kind of variant. Knockoff really shouldn't be doing too much to Blissey, honestly. I think I'm going to prioritize knocking everything around Blissey out. So turn 1, I'm just going to go for a knockoff onto Coco in case he has Scarf and just protect Yveltal. You could Volt Switch into Incineroar though, so... Okay, Volt Switch into Yveltal, that's good. Because if it has Scarf, then if I get rid of the Scarf, then suddenly Kyogre's in a much better spot. But he's sashed, okay. It's got Toxic, let's see. Interesting. Definitely switching into Lele here. I want to switch into Lele and knock off the Coco again, although Flare Blitz is also tempting. I'm actually just going to Flare Blitz the Blissey outright here and switch into Lele. I think my goal in this game is just to put in everything in Water Spout KO range. And Coco's not doing much damage. Presumably it's going to Volt Switch. If it Thunderbolts, whatever, that's fine. I need to bait the Groudon out, though. He's going to Volt Switch, yep. Into the Yveltal, which is now Lele. That's fine. Ideally, Groudon comes in and just allows me to get this Flare Blitz off against the Blissey. That would be nice. But it's Incineroar. Which means there's only one of Groudon or Ho in the back, and surely it's going to be Groudon. That's fine with me. It's just like this Blissey is actually a real big problem right now. Yeah, it takes that like a champ. It's probably Toxicking? Yeah. Into Incineroar though, that's okay. I think, I mean, I can taunt Blissey now, which actually really limits its pressure. I think what I want to do here is U-turn out and taunt the Blissey. Yeah. While Blissey's annoying, it's not doing much. I mean, you're going to use something like Toxic, Soft Boil, Seismic Toss, and then a 4th move. It does get Ally Switch, which is kind of cheeky. And yeah, having Electric Seed is really clever too, because you don't get knocked off, and you just stick around for about forever. So knockoff goes into Lele. That's fine. Crits me. I think he might be knocking out anyway. Not sure, depending on how what his investment is. Okay. So this is fine, because now I get Yveltal out, and I get Kyogre out next to it. He probably sees a taunt coming, so I'm guessing I'm eating a Seismic Toss this turn, but it's not. It's a 5-hit KO on me. Oh, he went for the Soft Boiled. Great. So that's where having taunt actually really comes into play. So now I bring in Kyogre, and the thing is now it's like you either switch out your Blissey, get rid of your defense increase, or you stay in and you slowly get whittled away. I think this next turn I see Blissey switching out into Groudon. And and a knockoff into Kyogre maybe? So kind of just, because if I Water Spout, if I double up and knock out this turn, that'd be really good. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go for the knockoff onto Blissey and the Water Spout. Eating a knockoff with Kyogre isn't the worst case right now. Blissey could also just choose to stay in, but then I would get a lot of damage off. Actually, Incineroar would just faint. Oh, it's probably a Salt Vest Incineroar or Pasho Berry. Interesting. Did I crit it? No. Huh. That's not how I expected this turn to play out at all. Icy Wind Blissey. Okay. That's fine. Because Blissey still can't heal for a couple of turns, so I just switch Kyogre out and back in. Icy Wind, Soft Boil, Toxic. Coco's coming up, that's fine. Now I can fake out Blissey too, because Terrain's gone. So I'm just going to play it safe this turn. Still taunted for one more turn, yeah. So I want to protect the Yveltal here. And switch out into Insane. This is kind of a readable play though. I kind of want to Sucker Punch Blissey here. I'm actually going to go for that. Because I think Groudon's going to be the last one. So if you switch, worst case is you switch out, but then I would get my Kyogre back in. No, I guess it would depend. Yeah, but if my opponent, if Hibiki just lets me Sucker Punch the Blissey here, then the game's over. So maybe that was too obvious of a play. Like, you can't risk that. Oh, but he's going to give it to me. Sweet. Oh, I suppose I'd lose the Weather War, though. I didn't think about that. Oh, no, he's Volt Switching. So now I win the Weather War. Oh, okay. Yeah, the way I thought about it in my head was, oh, I knock out Blissey, you knock out my Yveltal, and then it's Groudon. Yeah, so Groudon's in the back. And then it's Groudon and Kyogre. But then he would win the Weather War. I think I'd still end up winning because Water Spout, like I would just fake out the Groudon and Water Spout, and I think Water Spout still knocks out Coco in that range. Yeah, it would have been really close though, so I don't know if I agree with my play there, but it worked out because he ended up Volt Switching instead of Thunderbolting. So now Ogre just wins this game. So I'm mature, a couple turns of Tailwind left. I'm just going to fake out and knock off. Yeah. Would have been interesting to see how it would have played out had the Coco just Thunderbolted Yveltal. But I figure like Yveltal protecting there is definitely a pretty big threat as well. So gonna knock off the Groudon. It does have a bulky berry. And it has Thunder Punch, which is kind of cute. So it should knock out Yveltal. It actually doesn't. Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna protect Yveltal, get the switch into Kyogre, and then click Water Spout. Yeah, no reason not to. That Blissey was really annoying, though. I mean, it didn't do that much because I got the Taunt off. You'd imagine if I didn't have Taunt on Lele, I actually probably just lose the Blissey outright. So I think this game demonstrates how annoying Blissey can be, but why Taunt can really save you in some games. It's not over yet, but I don't think he has any way to win. Especially revealing Thunder Punch on Groudon means I don't have to worry about like something like Substitute. Because you're going to run Fire Punch and Precipice Blaze for sure. Electro Web, that's like one of the things I was thinking about. Like the one way I could throw this game is if I switched in Kyogre, but That's why basically I don't switch in Kyogre. If anything, that actually ends up activating my berry. I heal back up, Flare Blitz, knock out Coco. So, yep. I think he definitely brought all the right Pokemon into this matchup. Yeah, the Sucker Punch into Blissey was pretty big. I was thinking, like, the worst case scenario there is Blissey switches out. Oh, I guess what I was thinking in my head is if Blissey switches out into Groudon, and then you knock out Yveltal, then I have Kyogre out with the Rain up. And then that's just too much pressure, even if you switch Groudon out and back in. Yeah. But I don't know if that was the best play I made in that endgame, so I gotta think about it after this. But good game. That was definitely fun. And Blissey is something that we haven't really seen much of. But fun fact, it was actually pretty common back in 2010. We saw it at US Nationals specifically. And it was just one of those Pokemon that, like, there were a lot of special-oriented Pokemon that year, right? Like Kyogre, Abomasnow, just to name a few, Dialga. And so Blissey could just literally stay in front of all those and click-kicking, Seismic Toss, and Recover, or Soft-Boiled. And Icy Wind as a tutor move allows it to slow things down, which actually was kind of annoying because it forced me to switch out and back in, given that I had the Choice Scarf. But yeah, the Taunt on Lele really saved my life in this one. If I didn't have Taunt, I think I'd probably end up losing that one, just matchup-wise, because Blissey is such a nuisance. So, pretty cool to see that. Surely I'd imagine Seismic Toss was the last one, but Toxic, Soft Boiled, and Icy Wind, a very support-oriented set that works very nicely, especially with Electric Seed and Tapu Koko. So good game to Hibiki there. Once again, I'll link his Twitter. He does have a YouTube, and both of those in the description below. I don't know if he's made YouTube videos too much recently, but you guys should definitely check him out. And this next game will be our official last one with this team. So it's been a good run, but ready to close things out. We're going to find Lee, which I believe is Osiris, so a bunch of VGC guys today, which is really exciting. He actually has his own YouTube channel in the description below as well, so if you guys want even more VGC content, go check him out. Really, really nice guy. He's commentated some events before, actually, officially as well, and we played him a couple of episodes back where he pulled out a really, really nice comeback and made some really great plays. And so another Groudon Ho-Oh combination, which is interesting. This time Venusaur, Ludi, Coco, and Incin. So this one's interesting because of the Ludi. Without the Ludi, I think a lot harder about like Kyogre and Toxicroak, but the Ludi scares me off. This matchup actually doesn't look too great, especially with the Coco. I think I'm going to go stick with the same leads. Incin Yveltal is just such a good lead. Stack Attack is honestly kind of tempting, mainly because of Rock Slide for the Ho-Oh. Like, I want to bring Toxicroak because of the Ludi, but it's just like, it just gets destroyed by almost everything. Like, both Restricted can just one-shot it. I think Kyogre Lele are the proper two to bring in the back. Not bring Stack Attack here is honestly, like, I'm thinking twice about it. I really like Stack, honestly. But I don't know who to give up. I want the Lele for terrain control. Actually, maybe I could give up Lele. I'm actually going to bring Stack Attack up. We'll see how this goes. It might seem odd. The more I think about it, the more odd I think it is. But having a way to one-shot Ho-Oh was nice because of Rock Slide. Although I assume that Lee's probably seen this team, so he knows that it does have Rock Slide. Let's see. So Incin Yveltal, still the best combination. Maybe Lele would have been better just for a better matchup against Coco. Because, yeah, he's going to lead Incin Coco, which shouldn't be too surprising here. So Coco's terrain goes up first, no surprise there. Whose Incin is faster? His is, okay. Yveltal protecting here is so obvious that I kind of want to just attack here. It's just so risky. I could really see him like fake outing and thunderbolting Incineroar, that's why. He made a pretty hard read last time I played him too. So I think I'm actually going to play aggressively and just go for a knockoff here onto Coco with my Yveltal. I think, yeah, me like protecting Yveltal is so obvious here that I want to potentially capitalize off it. So there's fake out into Incin, Thunderbolt. He calls it, okay. Yeah. And it's life orb. Okay, so that's good to know. I'm gonna switch in Kyogre here. I think he has to switch out into Groudon. I could also just switch out into Stakataka. Yeah, I made that play because like protecting Yveltal there is so obvious, and I get that it's worth a lot. And I actually lose a lot if he fakes out and Thunderbolts Insane, because it probably doesn't put me in berry range, and another one will knock me out. Okay, so now I think Groudon's coming out for sure. If I knock out Groudon, like I want to Water Spout and Flare Blitz the Incineroar, because I think that would be the one switching out into Groudon. Yeah. Alright, Instant switches out. There's Groudon, yep. I also could have switched Kyogre out into Stakataka and Flare Blitz Coco. And the more I think about that, the more I think that might have been the better play. But Coco protects, which is actually pretty ideal here, especially if I just knock out Groudon. That'd be huge. Because then I could just switch back out and in again. Oh, that takes that really well. I should have knocked off. I thought it would have been in Flare Blitz KO range. Yeah, it's so close, but it's gonna have a berry. But I do get a burn, which is nice. And it doesn't have a berry. Interesting. The fact that it doesn't have a berry, I was surely expecting a berry. I mean, now it's, now I'm actually thinking of just clicking Water Spout again. Because my Instant plus Stakataka can beat his entire team. So yeah, oh, wait, hold on. Am I switching the right thing here? That could be Ban Groudon. I'm going to switch my Instant into Stakataka and Water Spout. Yeah. The main issue is if I switch Kyogre out into Stakataka, you just get a Pressable Blades off with Groudon, and I just can't risk that. He switches out Groudon, though. Okay, into Instant, maybe? Yeah. That's okay. Because once again, yeah, Instant plus Stakataka can close this game out for me. And I get a lot of free damage off here with Water Spout as well. But I wonder if Water Spout plus 2 Life Orb ticks is enough to knock out Coco when the sun is up. That's the question right now. Oh, definitely not. And here's Thunderbolt. Yep. So this Coco has put in a lot of work against me so far, and it's mainly because of that turn 1 play that I made. But now I get Yveltal, or sorry, Instant and Stakataka out. It's just, I don't think I'll be able to get Trick Room up too freely here. Because here you definitely fake out the Stakataka. I'm worried about Taunt from the Coco as well. I'm going to try to Trick Room here and just fake out Coco. Because fake out plus a Life Orb should be... Coco switches out into Groudon? Ho-Oh. Okay. Yeah, double Flare Blitz probably knocks me out here. Or, sorry, Sacred Fire Flare Blitz. So I need a potential miss right now, or for Stakataka just to come in clutch and somehow survive. Maybe it could survive. I'm gonna Trick Room and knock off the Instant. I need to survive a Sacred Fire and a Flare Blitz. I don't think I do. Or if he misses, but he hits. Oh, I actually do survive, but he does get the burn. If he doesn't get the burn, I think I actually do just win. But it's like a 50-50, so I can't be too angry about that. Yeah, without the burn, I actually think I had this. It's still not over, though, but now it's just that Stakataka's on a timer, and I don't knock out the Ho-Oh. But, I mean, he's, like, that's by far his best play, so you can't really fault him for that. Now the stack attacker should, or sorry, Instant should switch out. We need a Rock Slide flinch potentially. Rock Slide knockoff Ho-Oh. Yep. That burn really is unfortunate, but I mean, it's literally like a 50-50 with Sacred Fire. And I do connect with Ho-Oh, that's good. Oh, that does so much though, actually. Can I just knock it out with knockoff? I doubt it. Do we flinch? Okay. That's what we needed. That is what we needed. Definitely clicking Rock Slide here. And I'm gonna Flare Blitz. Who would be more likely to switch out? I'd Flare Blitz Groudon because it might survive a Rock Slide. If I'm him here, actually, I just protect Ho-Oh, sack Groudon. But then this Ho-Oh's in KO range now from any attack from Instant as well. And maybe it survives a -1 knockoff without an item. This is intense. Yeah, without the burn, it's like Rock Slide, it would just start knocking out everything. But I can't fixate too much on that. He made some good plays earlier on. And obviously I lost Yveltal for nothing in this game, and Yveltal's so good in this matchup, so. Oh, he just stays in with both. Interesting. Well, it's a double knockout. This is going to be really close. It's also a double defense boost, but that doesn't really matter. I don't think I've ever seen that before, though. That's kind of cool. I'm taking 10 damage from burn every turn. The defense boost could matter because it means I could survive a fake out plus burn. Like, I don't even know if fake out does 5 damage. Oh, this is such a crazy game. I needed that flinch though, so I did get it, which is fortunate. The thing is, like, Coco is so darn low right now too. As is Incineroar. I mean, oh, this is crazy. I think there's still 2 turns of Trick Room left, right? Because now they're Protect Mind Games with Coco. I think a Flare Blitz still knocks out Coco in that range. Yeah, there's still 2 turns of Trick Room left. So what I want to do is just Rock Slide here and Flare Blitz Coco. Because Coco could protect here. I think Rock Slide would still knock out Insane despite being burned at a -1. Maybe not actually. He doesn't protect Coco. Okay, that's good. He fakes out Insane. Oh, and he survives with both. Could have Gyro Balled there. It's gonna Dazzling Gleam. Oh, that's game. I should have Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball would have done more. I thought Rock Slide would knock out Insane, which is why I went for that play, but even so, it's better to double up on Coco with Gyro Ball Flare Blitz. I mean, you have to protect Coco. I would need to survive a Thunderbolt. Maybe I can survive a Thunderbolt, actually. That Coco will faint from one more tick of Life Orb, so I'm just gonna knock off the Incineroar. Yeah, he protects. This is crazy. Okay, yeah, it's a 1v1 now. So, it's a question of, can my Instant survive Life Orb, Thunderbolt, and Electric Terrain? I think the answer is no. But this is a bulky Instant. Fingers crossed. I don't think I will. We'll see. Oh, so close. I should have Gyro Ball though. I threw the game by not Gyro Balling. Gyro Ball should have done enough to get the knockout onto Coco. So I actually really threw that one. The Rock Slide covers Coco protecting. That's why I went for it, because I was thinking one play he would want to make is protect Coco and just Flare Blitz into Insane. But I guess the play I make doesn't really cover for that. I mean, it covers if I assume Rock Slide's knocking out the Incineroar. But I think I had to commit harder. I either double up into Incineroar with the Gyro Ball Flare Blitz, or Rockslide Flare Blitz, or I double up into the Coco. That was a really good game. Yeah. Like, the burn was unfortunate because I think without the burn, I actually just ended up winning. But once again, with Sacred Fire, it's like a 50-50. And what else? That end game, yeah, Gyro Ball I think is the correct play against the Coco. I would assume it knocks out the Coco because Rock Slide did just under, but I would have needed like 10% more worth of damage. I also want to know what the calc is onto Incineroar with Life Orb because I think this is like near max HP, max special defense Incineroar. So that might have been a roll, but not sure about that. Either way, yeah, giving up Yveltal like I did the first turn was kind of bad. Had I protected, then the next turn what I could have done was potentially switch out Yveltal. Although that's why like not bringing Lele was kind of a downside here. And I thought like, yeah, Lee made a pretty aggressive play last time I played him where he doubled up. But it was turn 1 of the game, so there was no need to play as aggressively. So he very, very well played. But yeah, we almost got the comeback there. If we flinch the Coco, then the game is also over there instantly. Great call on his end to go for Dazzling Gleam as well, just to get a little bit of chip onto the Incin, knock out the stack attack. So I'm regretting not gyro balling there, but obviously another play he could have made was just protect in the Coco and Flare Blitz my stack attack. Either way though, yeah, Rockslide's the correct play if you assume it's knocking out the Incineroar, and it gives me coverage and a flinch chance. I don't like hate the play there, but I should have committed harder. I didn't even think about Coco just attacking there with the Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, really good game there. That is going to be it. So not the best note to end on our time with this team with, but it was a really fun time overall, and I really enjoyed it. We had some really good games overall. That last game was absolutely crazy as well. So hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, please share support by leaving a like. Go check out everyone that I mentioned in today's video, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.